Anthropic's AI scraper hits iFixit's website millions of times a day.
I mean, it's pretty easy to block whatever their user agent string is. So I think they should do that. Absolutely.
You don't got to scrape it every day.
Yeah, it's like ridiculous.
According to iFixit, to get the screen off of your iPhone 14, you need a banana peel and a sledgehammer.
Yeah, and like I said, I think their best solution here is to just...
Sam Altman asks, who will control the future of AI? Well, I really hope it's not Sam Altman.
I would say delusions of grandeur. No, I will say that. I will say that. That is delusions of grandeur.
This just sounds like, remember that Team America movie, but about AI? America. Yep. I'm producer Dave. I'm the producer of this and many other shows here at Echoplex Media, hence the word producer that I put in front of my name. Anyway, I got two stories here. They're actually both about AI, but only sorta. The first one is Anthropic's AI scraper hits iFixit's website millions of times a day. Usually getting millions of hits to your website is good. You get ad revenue and people are talking about your work. This isn't the case if it's an AI scraper, and somebody from iFixit has said, we're just the largest database of repair information in the world. No big deal if they take it all without asking or swamp our servers in the process. What do you think about this, HK?
I mean, it's pretty easy to block whatever their user agent string is. So I think they should do that. Absolutely.
I guess, but like that assumes that I think the way that that's done now is that robots.txt file. And
that's the way of telling it to politely not access your website. What I'm talking about is like if they make a request, check the user agent string, and if it's the user agent string for their scraper, just return like a 403 forbidden.
Well, I don't have deep enough knowledge about that, but like I think the response from iFixit is pretty good. They're like, yeah, we're just the best. Thanks for just taking all our because they didn't know this was going to happen, right?
Yeah.
So because you don't got to scrape it every day.
Yeah, it's like ridiculous that they're not just like cloning the website locally and scraping that as their training. Like, why do they keep hitting iFixit servers? Like, that costs them money.
Right.
Like, it costs iFixit money and it costs the AI scraper money. Like, making an HTTP request costs money too.
You know, normally if you get that many requests in a day, that means an article you wrote went crazy. And not only are you getting ad revenue from people who aren't using an ad blocker, but people are talking about your website.
Yep.
And so like there's a long tail on that where you're going to, because people were talking about your website on, I don't know, June 30th, because you had this great article about who cares what it is. So people are now more inclined to check your website when something related comes up. They're like, oh, maybe this, you know, or maybe the author themselves, right, who did this, they're like, oh, let me check what this person's saying. There's this tail on it. It is good for your reputation to have something, especially if it's factually accurate and a good read. It's good for that. But this is the opposite of that.
Yeah, and like I said, I think their best solution here is to just block the user agent string for that AI scraper.
Yeah, I don't know enough about the technicalities of that. Could the AI scrape? Could they just get a new user agent string?
Yeah, they could change their user agent string to pretend to be something like Firefox or Chrome or something. But like, that's where you get into the like. If you get caught doing that, it is a big deal, and you're basically viewed as like doing something really shitty. Like that's something that like malware does.
Oh well, so far be it from the AI companies to do anything that people think is shitty. HK.
Yeah.
Right, because this is like, you know, it's different. Like if I want to convince a website that I'm on a mobile device, because like for example, Instagram, there might be reasons to tell Instagram that you're on a mobile device if you're on a browser. You're not hurting anybody by doing that.
Yeah, you're not doing that as a company, and like you might be doing it to get around, like to circumvent certain systems they have in place, but you're not doing it out of like trying to make money.
Right. You just want the notifications to work.
Yeah. Yeah. It's when you get to you are doing it to circumvent protections that they put in place so that you can make money, so that like you as a company can make money. That's when it gets to be like, you know, you're doing something that is akin to like running like a malware installer. Like you're doing something that's bad for the internet, and malicious and like bordering on like maybe that should be illegal.
Oh, it's if you think about it, it's not too terribly different than a DDoS attack.
Yeah, true.
I mean, you aren't trying to take the website down, but you're sending it traffic that doesn't really benefit the website. And you could, I mean, not me, like for example, but I'd get a nasty letter from Squarespace if I had millions of people. They'd be like, "Oh, you need to upgrade your account, sir." And I'd be like, "But I don't know why Anthropic was scraping my blog."
Yeah, like millions of times a day.
Well, not every day. Like there's no indication in this article that it was millions of times in a single day. So, but that doesn't mean they're not going to do it again. And then like the other problem is, you ask about how to fix something, and this AI is going to spit out stuff it stole from the iFixit website, or it's going to spit out according to iFixit. That'll be even worse, right? They go according to iFixit, and they just spit out something incorrect that they think that it's like thinks closely approximates. Well, it doesn't think, but we'll use the word think here, that it predicts or something closely approximates. According to iFixit, to get the screen off of your iPhone 14, you need a banana peel and a sledgehammer.
Yeah, telling people like, oh, you got to soak the phone for about half an hour to loosen up the glue.
It's like making falafel.
Then stick it in the microwave to heat it up.
Right. It's like making falafel. How you have to soak the dry garbanzo beans. It's the same process. All right. Well, I got another AI story. This one's awful. This is like Sam Altman's AI Freedom Coalition. Sam Altman asks, who will control the future of AI? Well, I really hope it's not Sam Altman. Altman argues that the West must control AI, specifically naming threats such as China and Russia. Altman said they will force U.S. companies and those other nations to share user data, spy on their own citizens, or create next generation cyber weapons to use against other countries. He compared this to this freedom force to ICANN, or the International Atomic Energy Association. Get the fuck out of here, Sam Altman.
Wow. I would say delusions of grandeur. No, I will say that. I will say that. That is delusions of grandeur. AI is like, it's bad, but it's not as dangerous as like nuclear weapons. Is that a hot take?
Right. And it's like, I don't know. This just sounds like, remember that Team America movie, but about AI? America, fuck yeah. Or wait, it would get the words wrong. It would like hallucinate the words, right? Like Armenia, fuck yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So like he's saying that China and Russia might do what we are actively doing, and that's bad. Well, is that what he's saying?
So he's saying the governments of China and Russia might do what his company is actively doing.
Okay, and that's bad.
Yes, because jingoism, right?
Okay, yeah.
Because
so does he not see that that's bad when his own company does that?
America, fuck yeah.
Okay.
So
just so we're clear on this, the only reason it's not bad when his company does it is because it's his company.
Yeah, I mean, if you remember, Mark Zuckerberg has done a version of this where he's like, well, if we don't build these, do all this, I forget what he was talking about, but it was like, if we don't do such and such a XYZ, well, the Chinese are going to do it. And it's like, well, that doesn't mean you got to do it. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, yeah. It's, you could say some pretty wild things and say, well, I don't know, if we don't do it, China might do it. Like,
yeah, it's like, okay, that's, let them spy on their own citizens. Okay.
Right. Or if it's something that's like got, international implications, well, we'll deal with that when and if it happens. This isn't like, because China might do something, it doesn't mean that we should just let you do it. But
this isn't something that they're going to be able to control. Like he's talking about the West controlling AI. It's not like nuclear weapons where you need a massive amount of very specific materials, and you need them to be processed in such a way that would allow you to create a nuclear weapon. All you need for an AI like this is just like a bunch of GPUs. Right.
Just a lot of compute, essentially.
Yeah. Like you don't need special materials. You just need 100 4090s.
It's just amazing. And I think that I think that we're going to see more of this as, particularly, I think, as OpenAI becomes shittier and shittier, not just in its behavior, but just in how, like, it's, people are saying that it's actually getting worse, like that the results they're getting from ChatGPT over time get worse and worse and worse, not better.
Yep.
We're going to start seeing like him trying to, like, Sam Altman particularly, especially because he's like kind of politically connected too. So I think he's going to try to position his company as like, do you remember sort of how like a Budweiser is a good example. Remember when they were like it was very patriotic and there were Clydesdale horses and it just seemed like America's beer. And it is America's beer, but like it's inconsequential. The beer sucks and people just buy it because it's cheap and it's at every store. But he's going to try to be like the, you know how they have like, they got like Ford Truck Month and there's this patriotic sounding song about a Ford truck. It's what the Straits do instead of Pride. I think Sam Altman is trying to do like some version of that, but it's like, it's going to be comical. I don't know if you've seen the show The Boys. It's going to be like comical like that show where it's just kind of heavy handed and stupid.
Like proud American AI that gives you all the incorrect answers.
In fact, I think for people out there who write satire, I think there's like opportunities here to start, like to get ahead. Like the Onion's going to be ahead of the curve on this one, right? They're going to write a banger of an article with just an absolutely brilliant headline about some kind of like patriotic AI that like, right? It's going to be something that I can't come up with because those people are funny and like prophetic in ways.
Like just the word patriot, except it's like a lowercase p, a capital A, and then a capital I.
Do not say that publicly. That could be how we make money one day. HK satire art patriot. Oh no.
Just whatever you ask it, it gives you like the most patriotic answer. You ask it like, who won the space race? And it's like, well, clearly America did, because it doesn't matter, you know, who got to space first, who launched the first satellite, who had the first rockets. What matters is who got to the moon, because that's where America won. There you go. That's my answer. What's the best song, AI, Patriot? Oh, it's the Star Spangled Banner.
Second, the song Like a Rock that they sang about Chevrolet trucks in the 90s. Remember that song?
Yep.
That's the second best song. It just sounds like it should be about America. All right. Well, I think that the Sam Altman one was more dystopian, but I do feel bad for the iFixit people because they definitely had to fucking pay some hosting bill on that.
Man, every single one of our stories this week was about AI. That sucks.
Don't worry. I have other shows that aren't about AI. Thanks for listening to How the Tech Are You? This show goes out as a couple of YouTube segments and eventually goes out as a podcast. I just got around to it on Sunday this week because I kind of forgot about it. You want to check out our other stuff, go to echoplexmedia.com. And you can find everything there. So you're going to get like videos or recommendations or something like where I'm pointing. Have a great tech week.